So these are the live visuals from Auckland, where you can see the Indian diaspora has already gathered. It's a crowd of almost 10,000 to 12,000. And there you see the enthusiasm for Prime Minister Modi. The excitement clearly can be seen in these visuals. And there you see Modi, Modi chants in Auckland.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you please stand for the New Zealand and India national anthem?
So there you see the excitement and the hooting and chanting for Prime Minister Modi, immense love, and these visuals also show the kind of the following that Prime Minister Modi has, and the Indian diaspora clearly very excited. And there will be a joint address which will be happening. Prime Minister Modi and New Zealand Prime Minister Luxon are scheduled to jointly address the entire community that has gathered. We're learning that over 10,000 to 12,000 people have gathered. This is from the Kiwi Indian community that have gathered there, and it's a completely sold out house, as is clearly visible also in these visuals. And the joint address by the two prime ministers will focus on India's rapid transformation, the invaluable contributions of the 250,000 strong Kiwi Indian community, and also the massive opportunities emerging from the freshly signed India-New Zealand Free Trade Agreement. So this is a diaspora event that is happening. As you saw during the welcome, it featured a diverse showcase of India's civilizational heritage, right from folk dance to folk music. And now Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Luxon will be jointly addressing the community that has gathered. It's a house full and a completely sold out house. Over 10,000 to 12,000 people have gathered at this venue, and Auckland has now become the next major diaspora outreach after Prime Minister Modi's Melbourne event, which we saw just 2 days ago. The event reinforces growing people-to-people cultural and economic ties between India and New Zealand, and that's what will be discussed also. The two leaders will be throwing light on the freshly signed India-New Zealand Free Trade Agreement and what it means for the community. And in fact, there were cultural performances also. We're showing you the cultural performances as well at this diaspora event. And Prime Minister Modi is expected to highlight now India's rapid economic transformation like he did in Melbourne just days ago. So before New Zealand, similar scenes unfolded in Melbourne, also in Australia. And now this is the Grand Diaspora event in Auckland in New Zealand. And nearly 12,000 people have gathered, and all we could hear was Modi, Modi chants at this venue just as Prime Minister Modi entered. And that's the kind of love that he's been getting, be it Melbourne, be it Auckland. And now the two leaders will be jointly addressing the Kiwi Indian community at this venue, and they will be throwing light on the ties between the two countries and the free trade agreement that has been signed in a record time of 9 months, and what it means for the people, for the Kiwi Indian community, and for the ties between the two countries. And India Today's Geeta Mohan is also now joining us with more details on this. Geeta, grand diaspora event underway in New Zealand, and it's very much like the one we saw in Melbourne, and all we can hear is Modi, Modi chants all around.
That's absolutely right. Again, the difference over here is the fact that this is the first time that an Indian Prime Minister is visiting New Zealand in 4 decades. So that makes it a very important visit. Although there have been a lot of engagements between India and New Zealand, particularly the signing of the free trade agreement, because of which the two sides are looking at upping the scale of trade between the two countries. And then, of course, we have about over 300,000 Indians or people from the Indian community living in New Zealand. And that's why the Indian Premier now attaching a lot of importance, according importance to what he's called, or he's made a part of his soft power policy or toolkit, which is to engage the Indian diaspora. He does it in almost every country he visits. The fact that there are 300,000 people of Indian origin or Indian community or Indian diaspora community over there is the reason why the Indian Premier is now going to address the Indian diaspora. So an important event. Again, there's going to be a lot of messaging. We know that this time around he's used mathematics and calculation to describe relations in each country. We'll have to wait and see whether there is going to be such.
New Zealand is committed to doing more with India across a wide range of areas: defence and security, trade and economics, people-to-people ties, education, tourism, sports and culture.